Hi, this is Mrs. Williams with directions on how to use the Magic Reveal tool in Active Inspire. First, you're going to double click on the Active Inspire software icon. Once the dashboard opens, you can close it. And you're going to be using the browser tool and the main toolbar. In the browser, you'll be using the resource browser and the object browser. The first thing that you're going to do is write a question. In a new text box, you're going to write an answer. I'm going to change the color just to keep it interesting. Your third step, after you've entered your two separate text boxes with a question and an answer, is to select a shape. The shapes can be found in the main toolbar, and when you click on it, it opens a variety of shapes. Choose any shape you please. Once you see that smaller arrow and the shape that you chose, you can begin to draw it by clicking and dragging. The fourth thing that you want to do is go to your resource browser and choose a Magic Reveal tool. I'm going to choose the magnifying glass. You double click, it will appear on the screen. Now it's time to use your object browser. Your object browser helps to layer the text and the shapes that you've placed on the screen. Notice that the top layer has shape, image, and pen in it. These are all a part of your Magic Reveal tool. They automatically end up on the top layer and they should stay there. They always need to be at the top of your top layer. You're going to rename them Reveal so that it reminds you that you don't want to manipulate them. You name something just by clicking on it and then typing in a new name. Again, these are all going to stay on the top of your top layer. On the middle layer, you have the shape that you drew and the text that you wrote. You also want to rename these. In this situation, we're only doing one question and one answer. But if you were making several questions and several answers, you would want to know which is which. Text 2 is the answer. So in text 2, I'm going to write answer. Text 1 is the question. I know that text 1 is the question because when I click on it, it highlights it on the screen. Shape 1 is the shape that we're going to be using for question 1. So I'm going to change this label of shape 1 to Q1 for question 1. Now it's time to move your question and your shape up to the top layer. First, move your question to the top layer. Then you're going to move your shape to the top layer as well, but it should go below the question. You're putting it in that order because you want your question to be able to go on top of your shape. I chose blue, so now you can't see it. So I'm going to change this to black so that you can. Here we go. That's better. You want students to be able to see the question. So the question goes on top of the shape. Question, shape. Question on top of the shape. The last thing that you want to do is move your answer behind the question. You can't see the question because it's on the middle layer. So everything else ends up on the top layer because these are things that you want to be able to see. The answer, you want to put that behind everything else or beneath everything else on the middle layer because that's what you're going to magically reveal. Once you have everything in place, you're going to lock them. You won't lock the revealer because this you want to be able to move. But this, we don't want this part to move. The way that you lock something is to click on either the text or the shape, and this icon will show up. You click on that icon, and if you go down, you can press lock. So I'm locking the text. What school do we work for? I'm locking the shape for question 1. And now I'm going to lock the answer. Now none of these can be moved. Once everything is locked and in place, you can use your reveal tool to reveal the answer. I'm going to resize my reveal tool because I'm noticing that it was a little small and might not show all of the answer. If you click on it and drag it, you can make it bigger or smaller. What school do we work for? Lawrence Road Middle School.